You won't believe how these five NBA stars dominated the 2025 season. One made history, another led the league in scoring, and a few silenced every critic. These are the top five players who took over the league, and it wasn't even close. All right, let's talk about the big man who continues to redefine what it means to be a center in the NBA, Nikola Jokic. I mean, come on. This guy just made history. Jokic became the first center in NBA history to average a triple-double over a full season. Let that sink in. 29.8 points, 12.8 rebounds, and 10.3 assists per game. He's not just dominating the paint. He's running the offense like a point guard in a 7-footer's body. And the consistency? Unreal. He dropped 34 triple-doubles this season. That's the fourth most ever in a single year. It felt like every night he was casually throwing up another stat sheet explosion. And here's the wild part. He wasn't just stuffing the box score, he was doing it efficiently. Jokic led the league in player efficiency rating, PER, at 42.4. That's freakish. But of course, no king rules without critics. While fans and analysts were calling him the fantasy god and stat monster, not everyone was sold on him being the best overall player. Defensive purists and some analysts like Skip Bayless have repeatedly questioned his impact on the defensive end. They point out that while he's a genius offensively, he can be a liability against quicker, more athletic bigs, especially in transition defense or pick-and-roll coverage. Some believe this could hurt the Nuggets in high-stakes playoff matchups. Despite all that, though, when you look at the numbers, the leadership, and just how damn fun he is to watch, Jokic is clearly one of the most dominant forces in the league right now. And if you're playing fantasy, you already know he's a cheat code. Man, can we just take a second to appreciate how smooth Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is on the court? Like, this dude doesn't even look like he's trying half the time. And yet he just led the entire NBA in scoring with 32.7 points per game. That's not just elite, that's historic. And the way he does it? Silent footwork, cold pull-ups, nasty change of pace, just straight assassin vibes. But it's not just about the scoring. Shai joined exclusive company this season, becoming one of the few players to average over 30 points per game while shooting 50% from the field and 90% from the line. That's Steph Curry efficiency, from a 6'6" slasher who doesn't even rely on threes. Wild, right? And he wasn't just putting up empty stats either. He led the league in win shares with 16.7, meaning his impact was felt in every single Thunder win. Whether it's clutch buckets, smart passing, or gritty defense, SGA was doing it all this season and doing it his way. But of course, the critics always talk. Guys like Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless have been vocal, saying that Shai's numbers might not translate to playoff success. Stephen A. even said, "He's a great scorer, but when the lights get hot, I don't know if he has that dog in him." Skip questioned whether Shai has the killer mentality to take OKC to the finals, calling him too finesse, too quiet. The narrative is that he's not a vocal leader, and that OKC is still a year or two away because Shai hasn't proven himself in those gritty, 7-game playoff wars yet. But here's the thing. He's only 25 and he's already playing like a certified MVP. He's the face of a young, hungry Thunder squad. And if the playoffs bring out the best in him, we might be witnessing the rise of the next true superstar in the West. All right, let's talk about the man who brought Luka Magic to Hollywood, Luka Dončić, now rocking purple and gold with the Lakers. And yo, he didn't just fit in, he took over. Luka averaged a wild 32.8 points, 9.2 rebounds, and 8.4 assists per game. That's not basketball. That's orchestra-level playmaking. He's basically a walking triple-double with flair. One of the coldest moments of the season? No doubt, it was when Luka dropped 45 points on his former team, the Mavericks, in a game that had pure revenge energy. Every shot felt personal. The crowd was stunned. That was peak superstar pettiness, and fans loved every second of it. But you know how it goes. When you're that good, critics pull up receipts. Analysts like Kendrick Perkins and JJ Redick have both raised concerns about Luka's game. Perk said, "He's elite offensively, no doubt, but that defense? He gets hunted in switches." JJ added that Luka's high usage rate and turnover problems could come back to bite the Lakers in close playoff games. Some also worry about his pace of play slowing down the team, especially in a system that thrives on movement. And yeah, he's still not the best off-ball defender, which raises red flags when the postseason gets gritty. But let's be real. Nobody moves the chess pieces on offense like Luka Dončić. He controls the tempo, breaks down defenses like a surgeon, and always finds the right man. Love him or hate him, the league has to adjust to his rhythm now. Now let's get into Giannis, the Greek freak, the muscle, the motor, the madness. Year after year, this dude just keeps putting up video game numbers. In 2025, he averaged 30.4 points and 11.8 rebounds per game, which is just insane consistency. He's still bulldozing defenders, still catching bodies at the rim, still going coast to coast like a 7-foot guard, straight up chaos in sneakers. And let's not forget, Giannis was once again voted an all-star starter, proving that fans and coaches still see him as one of the faces of the league. No surprise there. You watch him play, and you know he gives you everything, every night. But not everything has been sunshine in Milwaukee. Analysts like Shannon Sharpe and Brian Windhorst have been vocal about the Bucks' repeated playoff flameouts. Shannon straight up said, Giannis puts up stats, but where's the leadership when it matters most? Windhorst pointed out that the Bucks' offense can look predictable and stagnant in crunch time, often putting too much weight on Giannis to create without reliable spacing. And with another early playoff exit this season, questions about his late-game decision-making and free-throw shooting have resurfaced. Still, when it comes to dominance, Giannis is in a league of his own. He's the kind of player who can win games on pure willpower. But the world's watching. Can he get back to the mountaintop? That's the storyline heading into next year. Yo, don't sleep on Domantas Sabonis, because this man is a straight-up rebounding monster. Like seriously, he led the entire league with 13.9 rebounds per game this season and stacked up 61 double-doubles like it was light work. Every night he stepped on the court, it felt like a guaranteed 15 boards and 8 dimes. He's basically a walking stat buffet. But what really sets Sabonis apart is his playmaking. He's not just grabbing rebounds and dishing them off. He's running the offense like a point center. He averaged 8.3 assists per game, which is wild for a big man. Whether it's handoff plays, backdoor cuts, or no-look passes from the elbow, Sabonis is the Kings' offensive hub, and he does it with smooth IQ, not flash. But as always, the spotlight brings the shade. Analysts like Charles Barkley and Tim Legler have been pretty critical of Sabonis, especially when it comes to defense. Barkley called him a great regular season guy, but not someone you can build a playoff defense around. Legler broke it down on ESPN, saying that Sabonis struggles against elite physical bigs in the playoffs and tends to get exposed in pick-and-roll coverage. And let's be honest, there have been moments where he gets hunted on switches and his rim protection doesn't exactly scare anyone. Still, you can't deny the heart and hustle this guy brings. He's not the loudest, flashiest, or most explosive player, but Sabonis is the backbone of Sacramento. If the Kings can tighten up defensively around him, don't be surprised if he leads a deep run next year.